When talking with people, either newly met or old friends, our conversations always dissolve into gushing about the current media that we're playing, watching, or reading. However, whenever someone mentions a song that they have been listening to, I ask, "Oh, what makes you like it?" They tell me the genre and always struggle to come up with the music terminology to tell me why they like it. And I get it. The reason they're struggling is because, well, I'm me. And what I mean by that is I am an audio engineer. My career and life has always been shaped around music and sound. But instead of going the route that people normally do, which is singing or making covers of what they love, I've always been interested in the technical side of things, which is recording, mixing, how people make remixes, and how to make the audio sound better. So in this age where we can see people make videos breaking down a song to a scary extent, it makes me sad to see people who aren't musically inclined trying to give a formal response, making sure that they don't sound dumb right in front of me, and to give me a reason why I should listen to the recommendation. Because of that, I want to make this video showing my friends, and you, that music isn't difficult to talk about, and that anyone can do it no matter how simple they may sound. And with that intro, the first thing I want to talk about is the discovery of finding new music and being open to any genre. A while ago, when talking to one of my older coworkers, he started to talk about his experience with dubstep and what it means to him, because he was there when dubstep was starting to become an underground thing in London. And obviously for me, I just had to ask what artists he likes so I can listen to them on my own time. While listening to the artists he gave me, I saw a thumbnail that looked really cool. And the title for that video was Rhythmine vs. Brez Grand Beatbox Battle. As a person who watches and dabble in esports from time to time, I'm always used to how they make thumbnails, which is just the competitor facing front, doing the esport pose of them crossing their arms. Very bland, very boring, everyone does that, honk schnoo, I sleep. But when I saw this, doing something resembling that of the Street Fighter 6 loading screen, that piqued my interest. Just a side shot, and everyone does it differently, which gives them more freedom of expression and personality, rather than the front pose that I'm used to. Anyways, besides that rant, seeing that, then clicking it, I was not ready for what was about to happen. When I was watching this, I was thinking, I know and recorded beatbox before. I know how it works. So what makes this thing so special that it has over 6 million views? Okay, he's setting up his beat with just his mouth and no presets, so far nothing so special. I can't see how I'm going to be impressed by this guy doing his setup. I really don't see anything so special about what's happening right now. This set that the artist Brez did led me down this enjoyable rabbit hole. Even though I don't fully understand what these people are doing to get their beats going, what is very obvious and anyone can see how impressive these people are at their craft. I would love to go into more detail about GBB, but there is one artist that I do want to focus on, and that is Mate. The last set he did in 2023 resonated with me like no other set has done before. Him going up against the Lion, Robin, who is the equivalent of Gold D. Roger of beatboxing. I was curious to see what he would do, and after watching Robin's set, I thought Robin's round was so on fire. How in the world will he go up against that? Will he try to be a hype man or go similar to more of a trance flow like Robin did? How is this guy going to beat the Lion? I'm going to leave it right there for you guys to watch the rest on your own time. The whole GBB sets and videos are a delight and extremely fun to watch because you get to see how vastly different artists is, and to me, a genre while having a base core with varying branches that can be taken is so oddly familiar to me. And why is it familiar to me? Well, Vocaloid. And with that, I want to talk about my favorite Vocaloid artist. Enter Jamie P. Jamie P is, from what I can gather, is from the same SoundCloud era from which I am from, which is like the 2012 to 2015 era. And if none of you guys know what that means, I'm glad you don't, because it's the era where you would get people making mashups like this. You never feel happy. And getting stuff like this. Crazy times to be around then, but anyways, when I discovered her, it was around the fall time of 2022. Saw a post she made of a demo of this song you're listening to in the background, and immediately fell in love with her style. She does Easter eggs for some of her works, and hearing them is an experience like no other. The top comment says it all for how I feel about her works. I am nothing if not in the soup. You never get this from anyone who makes music. Referencing other works just to reward your listeners and making new ones curious to start looking back at your discography. But before I get to my point why I want to talk about her, let me just play this part real fast for y'all to just look and immerse. You probably noticed while watching, the visuals are easy to follow because it is in sync with the music and its beat. Don't want to get too nerdy with the music terms here, but for the uneducated, Music follows a beat, or a beat per minute, BPM for short, just to make sure everything is in rhythm and no instrument or person gets out of sync with that beat. So when someone makes a song and wants to make a visuals to that or are closely syncopated to the beat, it's barely ever seen because you are asking a lot. Creators, artists, or even AMV people who are solo artists don't do this to a metronomic extent because it's hard. Normally you need a team because no way the artist has that skill. Except for Jamie P, because she's a mad lad who syncopates everything. It's hard to explain what I mean because you need a basic understanding of music and music theory. So here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to play a metronome which keeps in rhythm to the beat and a visual for you to follow, because this song's MV is such a masterclass of Vocaloid.
Words in sequence from the thread, adjust it to the end. I'm not inside the logic, wrote inside my head. I'm done more love instead. So can we wonder for a spell and leave it parallel? I want it to be true to be like you, my heart sings a chorus out of tune. And I could leave it on the shelf or keep it to myself. There's nothing to conceal the things I feel, my love. Can you teach me to be real?
I just want to take this moment and just gush about the song, because at first, I was embarrassed for being a Vocaloid fan, always afraid of being considered cringy. But after I heard this song, and it was a fan letter to Eared Robot, which is how I started listening to more Vocaloid, I just had to show people without caring if anyone found me cringy or not. But with them being so positive about the song and enjoying the music, it just made me really happy knowing that something I was embarrassed of being a fan of isn't something to be embarrassed of. So, Jamie P, if you are somehow watching this, from the bottom of my heart, thank you for making me fall in love with Vocaloid again. Also, if you can somehow collab with one of the beatboxers like Robin or any one of them, that would be the coolest fucking thing ever. Like, holy shit, dude. It would be the most greatest collab ever. Anyways, with that example, there are times that songs are used to help set a scene or a timepiece, like a character having his theme playing or having their power awakened. At times like that, songs would be categorized as scenic, and people eat this stuff up. For an easy example, at the top of my head, Luffy awakening Gear 5. While in the manga we are obviously just reading it, but in the anime it has its own theme song playing. Obviously this doesn't happen only in anime, this also happens in games as well, but rarely does it happen because it has to be a collaborative effort with a director of the game and composer with a lot of trust between the two. Enter Limbus Company, a game that I don't play anymore because it peaked and now I'm good. Why did it peak, you may ask? Well, there's this character named Don Quixote. Not that one, this one. While I don't like her as much to the extent of another character named Ishmael, my beloved, but she's an interesting character, cause the world is a messed up place with monsters and the such, and for some reason, she's just all joy and happy, living in a world of heroics and knighthood, always choosing the heroic option, much like her literature counterpart that she's based on. But recently they got to her Kanto, which is like her main story, and all was revealed. Turns out she wasn't just a kid. She was a vampire named Sancho who was sent out by the real Don Quixote to do spoilers. And it got to me because she didn't do it willingly. Deep down, she wanted to live a tale of heroics and freedoms, so she delusioned herself into becoming Don Quixote, going on adventures because she didn't want that dream to end. Then reality wakes her. She knows that heroics don't exist. That the fantasy she was living was truly a fantasy, and she wanted to leave and end that dream. But her team picks her up again, making her believe in that childish dream. Then the fight starts, then the song starts.
1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. We're sweating on horseback. The hills are green and the birdies sing and roses are pink. Experience
I get this. After following a person, learning from them, and considering them my mentor, only for reality to hit and proceed to having the biggest argument in your life. What do you do in a situation like that? For me, there's always been two options. The first is to give up and leave. Take what you learned and try not to fail whatever you try to do next. The second option is to forget whatever happened. Reinforce yourself in a delusion and continue on living your life without a worry because now it's gone, only for it not to be. But after that day, where my dreams, my ideals, everything I was being rejected, ridiculed, and pushed back against that moment, those two options weren't an option anymore. And that's when the third option finally illuminated for me. An option that I never thought was possible. And what was that option? Well, it's simple really. It's
Nothing can be done by fear. So sorry for myself. Here on the plastic floors, fighting like it's real. With a cardboard soul. I know successful or not, I am who I am. I am my biggest fan. I am my biggest fan. I am my enemy and my friend. 楽しそうドラゴンダウンでっかち超タイヤ長く
천천히 숨을 들이마시고 내쉬고.
It's not often that I ever get to explain to people why it's important to me that people just talk about their experience with music. Because while there is a scene full of professionals breaking it down, composers first time reacting, listening to whatever and explaining why it sounds good, which is all good by the way, but because of this, we miss an essential part of why music is created, which is the average Joe's listening experience. That's why I'm always frustrated when people who aren't musically educated making a video about music trying to explain to me what a leitmotif is, using an interview of a composer as a way to tell how the music is used, or whatever, cause it's the most basic thing to talk about, when you could have such a better video of telling me what your relation to the music is. How did you discover it? How did it make you feel? Why did you listen to more of that artist's music, and what's your favorite from their discography? With that, I hope this helps you, the viewer, understand what music means not to me, but to you. So please, if there is a song that you love or is special to you, please comment down below what that song is and why you love it. I always love listening to what other people's music tastes are because not only do I get to listen to something entirely new, I also get to know that person just a bit more. And if you can't fully express why you love it and fear that people will find you cringe or stupid, here's my advice. Don't listen to them, because you're unique and you should be listened to. This has been Lounge, waiting at Slime Station, and I'll see you at the next stop.